So we're gonna keep it raw here and let me pick it back off that. No filter. You know what I mean? Whatever happens, happens. You like it, you don't like it. It's okay. But I gonna keep doing it, okay?
I've just pressed start recording. I'm going to go off the cuff, mate, because I really want to express to you how much this means to me of what has been going on lately. Okay? In a bit, I'm going to show you a whole load of footage of US.
I absolutely agree. This stuff is crazy. The amount of sightings that we're getting now. I said in the last video, since 2020, sightings have gone up like ridiculous amount. You got the government, I mean the US government of all places, talking about, the fact that this stuff is really possibly alien. Crazy times we living in, man. All right, Ben, I'm gonna try not to interrupt you so much, but I actually kind of have to. So, you know, all right.
USOs, unidentified submerged objects, okay? But let me just bring it back for a second. Because once upon a time, and I still am, always have been, I'm super excited about UFOs or UAPs, aliens, okay? It was exciting to think about, especially since the January Miami Mall thing happened, okay? I've just been.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot about that. Whatever happened with that? Like, what did they does anyone know? Like, was there ever a resolution or an explanation as to what happened in that mall in Miami that time? You guys remember what I'm talking about, right? Let me know in the comments. Wow, that's the first time I said that. All right, I went back a little bit.
Second. Because once upon a time, and I still am, always have been, I'm super excited about UFOs or UAPs, aliens, okay? It was exciting to think about, especially since the January Miami Mall thing happened, okay? I've just been tunnel visioned on this. But something has changed now, and it's since the Congress hearing, right, about the UAPs. When I first watched that, I took it at face value, and I suppose I went into it in quite a cynical headspace because I was seeing lots of comments and stuff about saying how bad it was a nothing burger and stuff like that. But after I've really sort of sat back and thought about this, we have to understand the magnitude of what has been actually discussed. Because what was once a story about aliens coming from different planets, different solar systems, and stuff like that, it was hard to believe. It was hard to grasp.
It is still hard to believe, bro. Like, that's why so many people find it difficult to grasp, the idea that we are not alone in the universe. Um, I'm a believer in our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Um, and we like to believe we're the only ones he created. I don't know.
Although I believed it, but now, since the mention of USOs, and they've literally just agreed and come out with, yeah, USOs are real. We've seen loads of them. They're all out about flapping about everywhere, almost colliding with us. This now, the longer I think about it, the more I'm thinking, hang on a second. This is absolutely crazy. Because, like I say, it doesn't.
Bonkers.
We've shifted from possibly out there, more than likely, to now they're here. They're bloody here, mate. Always have been. which we've tinkered with the idea before in the past, but it's just like, what? And what's crazy about it, I'm seeing like these TikTok videos going through, and people are making little skits saying, hey, did you hear that we've got aliens now and they're living underwater? And people are like, oh yeah, yeah. And that is literally how. Oh, that's my mum. Hang on, sorry. But people aren't.
Yeah, I get that, bro. You got to take calls from your moms. Speaking of that, I'm a little parched, so I'm gonna go get some water. All right, we're back. Let's go, Ben. Sorry about that. I hope your mom's is okay.
Reacting to it is what you would expect, right? We've literally come out and said USOs, UFOs, UAPs, aliens, or maybe not aliens, but USOs absolutely exist. And people are like, oh yeah. Was this the plan all the way along to slowly drip feed us so it's not such a big impact? Because it doesn't seem like not many people, apart from the UFO community,
That was not me, by the way, because I always turn my ringer off. That was Ben.
care. We've explored 5% of our ocean. That is mind blowing to think about. And just imagine if Elon Musk put all of his purse into searching the seas instead of space, mate. Imagine that. Elon, if you're watching, mate, come on. Invest a little bit of money for the ocean, mate. Imagine. What's that film where there's
I don't know about that, bro. I feel like whatever's down there and we ain't found it, let's leave that shit there, bro. Like, we got enough problem right now, bro. I don't need no more problem, bro.
a whole city underwater? Can't remember the name of the film now. But just imagine if it's like that, right? So I'm gonna, and I've got to show you this video. Actually, which one should I show you first? Okay, let's just quickly recap of this, right? Okay, hang on one second. Like I say, this is a bit for like it's going to be a bit scatty because I just want to go freestyle off the top of the dome, right? Listen to this.
All right.
This is from the Congress hearing. Okay, this sort of summarizes what I'm talking about.
Are there any instances where the Navy or other maritime forces have encountered you?
All right. So right off the rip, that's Lauren Hobart. Um, is she still in government? I would have thought she had her own OnlyFans by now.
UAPs that could not be explained by known
She's not that bright, is, you know, I'm not saying that OnlyFans girls are not that bright. I'm just saying she shouldn't be in government and probably would do the world a lot more good if she had an OnlyFans. I'm just saying.
technology or natural phenomena.
Yeah, the Immaculate Constellation covers both terrestrial and oceanic, and there's actually a number of cases described in the report that occur in the ocean.
And do you believe that there is a concerted effort by the Pentagon to keep Congress out of the loop regarding these UAP activities, specifically in our waters?
Yes.
And so are there any accounts of UAPs emerging from or submerging into our water, which could indicate a base or presence beneath the ocean's surface?
I don't know about a base, but as I mentioned, I had a different source entirely describe this pretty extraordinary footage that exists of orbs, of an orb coming out of the ocean and being met by another orb.
What I got from that, right? Because she mentioned base, but if you think about it, unless these USOs came here thousands of years ago, and the material that they use just doesn't rot, it never gets old, right? If that's not the case, there has to be some.
Ben, you gotta stop picking your nose, bro. I know it's just a little quick flick or whatever, but you know what I'm saying? Like, easy with the nose picking, bro. I'm just saying.
Sort of base. There has to be some sort of world, right? I don't know what you're thinking, Ben. You're reaching a bit. You're stretching a bit.
Nah, I don't think so, bro. I'm right there with you. Um, I'm pretty open-minded. I can grasp concepts relatively quickly, you know. So the idea that there is an underwater civilization or society or whatever, I'm right there with you, bro.
They've literally just said there's USOs. Now, yeah, okay, fair enough. These things could come from space in the water, move around a little bit, and pop out, and we were just assuming they come from the ocean, right?
Pop out and show me.
But there has to be some sort of base, right, where they make these things, where they look after these things, where they, I was going to say refuel then, but okay. Watch this. Now, this was a video that I watched ages ago, and I was mind blown, okay? And then, unfortunately, the actual making of it was released, and I was so gutted. And part of me thought, well, actually, I thought about this yesterday. I wonder if the footage was real, but then they needed to cover it up, so they had to reenact the making. That's probably wishful thinking. But do you
Yo, that's not so far-fetched. Um, I mean, we know there've been declassified clandestine operations done throughout the entire world, throughout history. Um, and I think any citizen worth their salt is at least aware that the government is not always, or if ever, doing things for the betterment or the benefit of the society. So to think that they're covering shit up or they're making something that was revealed look like it wasn't real, it's everything's a smokescreen. They got curtains for the smoke screen and then mirrors for the smoke. It's crazy.
remember this one, man? Remember this.
Oh yeah, I do actually. The one thing about this video that makes me a little is that splash is is something off about that splash to me in my opinion. I'm not a swimmer. I don't like swimming at all. I would never be in the ocean like this. Um yeah, they would have had to really catch me to put me on a ship. Anyway, yeah, something about this video is just a little bit off to me.
There's something quite scary about this, though.
So is this the one that you're saying is actually fake, but it looked real?
Now, although it's been, I suppose, proven to be fake now because they released the making of it, what's quite scary about this is, apart from the splash, I would say, because at most assume that when UFOs or USOs go underwater, like, they don't make a splash. But what's scary about
See? The splash thing. I knew something was fishy about that.
this is there are so many things that they got right about it, and that was a bad quality video. I've got the original somewhere, but if you slow it down, what happens is there's
Yeah.
a smaller UAP that drops from the bottom of it and then separates into 3 other UAPs. Like, that's classic, mate. We have seen that so many times before. Whoever made this has seen something, researched something, or knows something in order to make that so damn good. I just wanted to show you that, but there's something about that that doesn't quite convince me that it's fake. There's something about it. I think there's some underlying story about that it could potentially be based on something that somebody's seen for real, you know?
Again, Ben, I cannot disagree with you. Although to me, in my opinion, it does look, a little manufactured. Uh, but again, I wouldn't be able to say definitively that it's not or that it is.
Um, but like I say, I wanted to show you a few things about these USOs because don't worry, we've got more UFO and UAP footage coming, but today is solely about the USOs because of how like crazy this information is. So I'm just going to go through them, okay? I'm probably going to start with this next one again. This has got a splash, all right? And please leave your comments below. I know there's some sort of
Hey, I don't know if you out there in YouTube world, in your homes, on your laptops and phones or whatever, it's important that you comment on these videos. Like, share, subscribe, all of that. Like that's is real. It's real. Like YouTube ain't playing, yo. So please like, share, subscribe, and comment on this man's page. Don't worry about me. All right? I'm good.
technical reason of why a UFO wouldn't make a splash when it goes into water, but is that rule of thumb? Is that default through every, like, how do we know that? Like, nobody's apparently yet, like, reverse engineered these UFOs or what we know of. So how is that public?
And also, maybe the laws of physics don't change just because it's a UFO. It's still water on Earth. So a splash, unless I mean, even when you pour water into water, there's a splash. I don't know, man.
Knowledge. How's that just knowledge that we just say, just assume they don't make a splash, right? I think because maybe there's footage of that one going in and out of the water, where they say some sort of military code for, like, is it splash 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 or something like that, where it goes in and out and then there's no splash, ironically. But anyway, is that just a particular model? I'm rabbiting on. Listen, watch this.
Вот она милая. Каждую пятницу ошивает она. Давай, давай, вали отсюда! Вот она милая. Каждую пятницу ошивает она. Давай, давай, вали отсюда!
Now that's obviously there's some sort of sound effects going over that, right? It's like bubbly sound effects going over that, but it does look so realistic.
Вот она милая. Каждую пятницу ошивает она. Давай, давай, вали отсюда! Вот она милая. Каждую пятницу ошивает она.
What language is that he's speaking, this guy? Anybody know?
Давай, вали отсюда!
I'm showing you it because I'm not showing you because I think that is real. Maybe. I don't think so. I'm showing it to you because I'm just trying to inject a bit of eyesight into this, the magnitude of what's going on here now, of the information that has been brought to us. There is USOs, so this could, like, this now doesn't become fiction. This is so far from fiction now, right? This is now reality. So I'm just basically trying to titillate. However, the footage going forward now is a little bit more believable, I would say. Take a look at these. Leaked footage of USA pilots encountering UFO. Again, this is edging towards this could actually be real. Look at this. I've shown you this one before.
Oh, I've seen this, yeah.
Okay, 366, you will follow 570. Anything on Charlie follow, you're more 570.
But after the information that we've just been told after the Congress, is this now a little bit more believable? Are we going to still dismiss footage like this?
Well, in fact, yeah, Ben, because it's Congress. You know what I mean? Like, it's the American government, bro. Like, you can't trust anything that these people say, dude. Like, I don't think in my lifetime any president that I've lived under um has fulfilled their promises to the American people. Uh, I would go further and add that they oftentimes focus on stuff that's not even really important. You know what I mean? And Americans are not, all right, let's put it this way. Americans have a very short attention span and an even shorter memory, evidenced by what just happened. But I'm not talking politics, all right? We don't talk politics over here. Forget about it. I don't do that. I don't do that.
Right? Look at it.
Look at it, mate.
Lewis C with 41. Okay, 366, you will follow 570. Anything on Charlie follow,
It moves in such a way that's so convincing. It moves in such a way where these Congress people are hearing that the maneuvers are ridiculous. We can't. No plane can move like that. Well, okay, it wasn't the sharpest of turns, but it would.
Yeah, I mean, I said, I think in the last video where you've been, you know, there is definitely technology that some governments have that they don't allow their citizens access to. Like, I mean, come on, man. Let's think about this for a second. The infrastructure of the United States is oh, hey, we don't talk politics over here.
Be a pretty damn good pilot and a damn good plane to do that.
Yeah, you gotta be Luke Skywalker to do that shit, bro.
Lewis C with 41.
Like that there, like that was literally a reverse turn. Boom. And the other thing that I notice on this one as well is when it goes lower to the water, there is no ripple. There is no, like, you know, energy being formed through the speed of this thing, aggravating the water, right?
It's like it just cuts through the air.
Check again.
With no disturbance.
Right there, you would expect some sort of water spray behind it, right?
Yeah, because you can even see. Wait, I don't want to go back too far, but if you look in that video, you can see the water from the helicopter is being disturbed. The air from the helicopter is disrupting the water, and not this craft.
Nothing. Boom. Right. Oh, bloody play button right there. But you're getting nothing. Now, again, there's going to be comments in this now saying, Ben, that's fake. It's fake. Well, maybe it is. Maybe it's not. We don't know. We don't know. This was quite scary. I listened to this. I was like, what the hell? And this was what made me think there's got to be some sort of bases around here, right? Underwater. Look at this.
Okay, hey friends, you know what that is? That is an oil derrick.
This is 1 guitar miles, by the way. Go and follow.
These oil derricks have been recorded to be in 450 feet long or high, however. That's huge. That's huge. 450 feet, not to mention 200,000 tons.
200,000 tons, mate.
Some of these things are the size of a small city block. Well, guess what? We all know what transmedium travel what that is and what a USO is. Look, there's a lot of UFOs, but these USOs are something serious as well.
More serious than we ever thought, I think, mate. I've got to keep on pausing it, by the way, because of the music. Otherwise, I won't be able to show this whole video.
Listen to what Lou Elizondo has to say about this huge.
That's another guy. I don't know if I trust him fully either, Lou Elizondo. All of these guys, man, like I don't know, maybe I'm just a cynic or I got trust issues or some shit. I don't know, but I just don't trust these people fully, man.
Huge UFO that they saw, or USO rather, that they saw that exceeded the size of an oil derrick.
Do you know how large an offshore shore oil derrick is? They're huge, right? Yeah. They're like almost like a small city, right? They're like one city block. They're huge. They're enormous things.
I'm gonna get him on my channel one day, mate. I'm gonna get him on my channel. Okay, guaranteed. So subscribe.
If you do, ask him how he responds to the skeptics. What definitive proof can he show people so that people actually are able to make a more educated decision on whether or not these things are real? And on top of which, they still haven't said anything about the threat level. Are these friendlies or are these baddies? And by baddies, I don't mean today's version of baddies. We used to call them hotties, dickies. Anyway, I'm getting off topic.
That shows one of these objects underwater that goes by. Speed was calculated between 450 and 550 knots underwater.
450. Okay, I listened to that. I was like, how fast is that? Knots in miles per hour. Oh, 575.39 miles per hour. What?
And it was bigger than the offshore
Underwater,
derrick
bro.
that it was passing, because you could see in the video the offshore derrick, and you could see this thing zip.
Wait, there's a video of this. This is what I'm talking about. Like, this is why the internet is like ultra important. We don't use it like to anyway. Yo, if there's video of this shit, why we haven't seen it? You guys are doing all of this exposure and disclosure bars, but you're not showing videos like this? This is why I think it's kind of bullshit, man.
If you think about it, right, isn't the ocean such an ideal place to hide? Right? Isn't the ocean such an ideal place to hide when we've only explored? They must be having a laugh, right? They must be. It's like, I suppose it's like somebody having a little house on the top of Mount Everest. Yeah. And the house is locked with security cameras as well. That's how difficult it is to get in that house, to see it, right? Nobody goes up there, very little people, right? And if they
Very
do, they
few
can't even
people.
get in anyway. Like, hang on. Look at this, man. Look at this. The Pacific Ocean. Huh? And we have searched 5%. That's an eye-opener, mate. That really is an eye-opener. That wow. And also, this is quite strange. I don't know whether this is a little bit of jiggery pokery. Look at this, like casually browsing Apple.
Yo, I love British people, man. They say some of the funniest shit sometimes. Jiggery pokery. Yo, that's probably like the equivalent of shenanigans, right?
maps and found mysterious underwater lights near Isla Guadalupe. Look at this. Look at this, mate. What in the Thanos hand is going on here? Huh? And I've seen as well, someone says, wow, they changed it on Apple Maps already. It was 6 days ago. Is it just a bit of a coincidence? Is it a bit of a glitch? You know? I don't know, but it's very strange. But in a minute, we're going to go in the water. I'm going to show you some stuff, which is crazy. Okay, we're going to get into the nitty gritty now. We're going to get into the nitty gritty. But hold up, we are going to go in the water. All right? But hold up, look at this.
We're about to go in the water. Let's go.
Real UFO sighting.
Bring it close. Okay, I'm gonna put this camcorder down.
Don't put that camcorder down.
Mate, I'm guaranteeing you this is legitimate. I'm telling you this is legitimate. There is no way this is fake.
And I'm gonna tell you why. Because the man said camcorder. You can't fake shit on a camcorder, bro. I'm sorry.
Hey, this is Matt driving the boat home after a rough day out in the ocean.
Why do I get the feeling that's not the sun?
We're either being surrounded by friggin' UFOs or the Coast Guard. I want us in. There's 1, 2,
Oh, was
3,
it the
4,
sun?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 lights we see there. They've been coming on. They were 7 lights.
By the way, it's super difficult to record anything when you're on a boat like that, especially going at that speed. I think, you know, a lot of people ask the question, oh, wonder what these pilots see. These pilots, if you're a pilot, you know, tell me what you've seen in the skies and stuff like that. But I'm telling you, out of all the people,
Fishermen.
that I think that would be seeing things would be the fishermen, right? These people out on the boats. They're the ones that we need to speak to. They're the ones that've got all the stories, no doubt, right? Especially now with the USOs being confirmed. It just made me think. Yeah? Mate. This next video, I'm sure, was in Cornwall, where I live, right? I'm sure it is, but this sort of ticks all the boxes, right? USO coming out of the water, and then a bright orange light orb. And the speed of this thing. Look at this. Watch. See that again. Look.
Yeah, I could do without the music though. I don't need the music. Like when you do videos like about paranormal or UFOs or something like that, like don't put music over it like that. Like, just let the video speak for itself. Like, why you gotta put a soundtrack to the shit?
Coming out of the water. I think this must be the shortened version.
It's not necessary, bro.
Because I remember seeing a video of it coming out of the water. Look at this thing blinking. Look how bright it gets. How many times have people seen these orange glows in the sky? Now it's just gone. Where did it go? Underwater UFOs. Do you believe in life after love? What the hell is this thing, man? Like, that's a sphere that we've seen before.
And we're sure
Imagine
that's not a
talking
fish.
to whales, right?
Oh, that's not a fish.
Imagine the stories that a whale would have. Fucking mental, mate. Jeez, like that is,
Man.
mate. USO passes giant squid.
Oh, shit.
Right. What?
Wow, man.
This is crazy, man. This is crazy.
Yo, that was crazy.
These now become less likely to be divers, right? Because these things are a huge area of light.
To the subreddit UFOs.
That's a
and it's
small
being
one.
hailed as one of the best pieces of evidence that we have of an unidentified submerged object. The post was submitted by Reddit user ZJ223, and it detailed their encounter with something mysterious 10 miles off the coast of Florida. The poster commented the following: I understand this is not technically a UFO because it was seen in the water. I work on a research vessel. Recently we had a trip studying bioluminescence in the Gulf of Mexico. Around 11:45 in the evening, we were conducting research as normal when a science party member saw a strange light about a quarter mile off our stern. We immediately started to make our way towards the light. The intensity of the light was quite astonishing. Nobody in the crew or the science party knew what to make of it.
And they would have seen divers before, mate. I'm sorry, they would have, right? This is their job, mate. That's like going to McDonald's, asking a McDonald's employee what the bread is called that the seeds are on. A bun. Right? They're gonna know.
At first, we thought it could have been a sunken vessel or a navigation buoy of some kind that sank. We proceeded to get as close as possible to the light, and eventually we hovered directly on top of it. Our vessel has a moon pool in the center where the crew and science party were able to carefully observe the light from directly on top. We used a subsurface camera to attempt and capture what the object may have been. The science party on board automatically ruled out the light being produced by bioluminescent phytoplankton. This light source was 100% on the bottom of the ocean and not something that was floating through the water column. It did not move in the current. The water depth at this specific location was 60 feet deep. As we hovered on top of the light, we used an EK-80 sonar to provide us with an image of the ocean floor at this location. To our surprise, this object producing the light did not have a physical shape that we could detect. It was invisible to our sonar.
Mate.
The sonar is also capable of imaging objects that are below the seafloor, objects that could be partially submerged in the mud.
So, but could it be like some bioluminescent creature or a group of them or something? I'm just, spitballing.
And objects that could be as small as 3 inches in length and width.
Fuck.
Consider the strength of the light having to shine through 60 feet of water and being strong enough for us to observe from a considerable distance away.
All right, there goes my theory.
There was definitely an arc of visibility that seemed to be brighter when viewed from further away, then top down. I added some more videos here, and I've been scanning through all of your comments. I'll try to respond to most of them with this comment. There are some people who are questioning the validity of my photos and objects in the photo. Let me preface this by stating some facts from our research cruise back in February. Our research vessel was chartered by a group of scientists from a college in Florida. The chief scientist who sailed with us has been studying bioluminescence his whole career, and even made mentions of how the Navy used research of bioluminescence in the past to detect Russian subs deep underwater.
I literally just said that like 10 seconds ago. Wow. So it wasn't some bioluminescent creature for sure.
The chief scientist is a PhD, and his primary graduate study was in bioluminescence.
So basically, mate, it's a bloody USO. Okay? Right?
All right, Ben.
What a good story that.
You got that one.
Look at this. Watch. I've seen it. I'm glad I saw this one now. Watch this.
It's a squid, right? Or
mate, these things could be any, like that's. Is that a fish? That's not a fish. If there's any fishermen out there, tell me. Is that a fish? Doesn't look like a fish, mate. Squid. But watch what happens. I'm sure it morphs into a different shape of some sort. Look! Oh, that's... Oh, okay! So what the hell? What's this? What? What did it do? What did it do?
What am I watching?
Watch this bit. Watch when it comes up here. It's like it turns into like nothing, like a piece of material.
Yeah, that was a really good description.
And that sudden movement, I mean, like I don't know. Is that? Are they saying it's an alien? Are they saying it's a USO? Unidentified sucking object.
Hey, I am trying to teach English. I think I'll be a substitute English teacher soon. Fingers crossed. And I love reading comments, sometimes. That's a octopus. That's wrong. An octopus. Just anyway.
That's an octopus. That's an octopus?
See,
really?
Even an octopus. It's just natural. If you speak English like as you say an octopus. An hour. Well, not always. Sometimes you say an hour. Anyway.
With lights? Yeah. It's a biological craft with a trip.
What a trip.
It's a toy drone with a filter to make it look a fit. Oh, for Christ. Hey.
Yo, Ben hates that. It's a drone shit.
Mate, you gotta get over this drone stuff, okay? You gotta get over this drone stuff. We've got more footage coming, so stay tuned. Subscribe if you want to. It'd be great to have you here, mate. We're covering all sorts of aliens, UFOs. We're even doing interviews now, mate, which is epic, okay? But thank you so much for watching. Please let me know what you think about these, my ideas, our ideas, the Congress, the footage, all that sort of stuff, mate. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.
Yo, peace, Ben.
I've just pressed.
Yeah, we have some technical difficulties from time to time. Yeah, so make sure you go to Ben's channel, Casper site. I will definitely put the link in the description. I have to be better about doing that, staying on top of these things. And for people who are interested, this is mi familia. The only person that missing up there uh is my soon-to-be wife. Yeah. All right, y'all. I'll see you in the next
Like
video.
that.
In the meantime,
Useful
let
idiots
me
in the
piggyback
business.
off